Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you a recipe for one of my favorite homemade ice creams, mint chocolate chip. I love this idea because it utilizes all of the fresh mint that's so available this time of year, and I think you'll find there's nothing more rewarding than making your own homemade ice cream. Let me show you how to do it. So this recipe incorporates what's known as a custard base for ice cream. I really like this method best because I think that's when you get the creamiest, richest, most delicious ice cream. And if you're gonna go through all of this work, it's gotta be pretty good, right? So I find it's definitely worth the effort. So we're first gonna begin by adding 2.5 cups of milk to a large saucepan. To that, we're also gonna add 1 cup of heavy cream, 3/4 cup of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can go ahead and just whisk that up until everything is combined. You're gonna set this mixture on medium-high just until the sugar has a chance to dissolve and your milk mixture starts to steam up and become foamy. At this stage, we are going to add a healthy bunch of mint. It's about 2 cups worth. And I actually just throw it in, stems and all. There's a lot of flavor in all of that mint, so why take the time to have to chop it? Then you just wanna make sure that that mint is fully submerged in the cream mixture. So you can take a wooden spoon and sort of mix it around. Then you're gonna cover it and you're going to steep it for at least a half hour. An hour is even better if you have it. The longer you let this mint steep in this mixture, the more pronounced your mint flavor is going to be. It'll also color your ice cream a little bit more the longer it sits as well. So if you're someone who really wants a nice light mint color and you don't want to use food coloring, the longer you let it steep, the greener it'll be. After an hour has passed, you can remove the mint leaves and you just want to discard those. And then in a separate bowl, you're gonna add 5 egg yolks and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, or corn flour, you may know it. If you don't have the cornstarch, you could leave it out. I find that just helps the custard thicken up a lot quicker, but it'll also work without the cornstarch. Then you're just gonna whisk that up until everything is combined. And then you're gonna whisk in your mint mixture, just making sure all of that egg and the milk and the cream is combining. Then you wanna return it to the stovetop. Put your flame on medium-high and start whisking your mixture until it thickens. It'll take about 5 to 7 minutes, and you'll know that it's done when it coats the back of a wooden spoon. And you just take your finger, and if you can draw a line on it and it's nice and clear, it's good to go. This step is important because you do want to make sure that A, those eggs are cooked so that you're not actually using raw eggs. So this stage gets rid of all the bacteria, and also it helps thicken up the mixture, which will turn your ice cream into a very velvety, smooth ice cream. At this stage, we want to prepare just a simple ice bath. And I like to do that with just a big skillet because the metal will keep that ice nice and cool. And then put a little bowl on top, and then put a sieve on top of that. You want to get this all done ahead of time so that when your custard is ready, you can just come right over and put it through the sieve. Okay, so now it's time to take our custard, work it through the sieve, and this will create a really smooth, fine texture, so it's a good step to do. And then when you remove the sieve, you'll see you'll have this beautiful silky texture. Now at this stage, if you really wanted to have green mint chocolate chip ice cream, and I know that there are some people that really feel it needs to be nice and green, you could add a drop of green food coloring. But for me, I like to keep it natural, so I just leave it as is, but really it's up to you. Then once your mixture has cooled down a bit, you want to cover it with some plastic wrap, just pressing the plastic wrap into the mixture so that it doesn't form a skin. And then you're gonna pop it in the fridge for about an hour or so. Then you're gonna transfer this mixture into your ice cream machine and just use it according to the manufacturer's instructions. So all of these machines work a little bit differently. I really like this model because in addition to making ice cream, it also makes sorbet and gelato, which is nice. I'll put a link in the description if you wanna know which one I'm using. And then you're just gonna churn up the ice cream. This machine takes about anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes for it to thicken up. And once it does start to thicken, we are going to add 4 ounces of melted bittersweet chocolate into the tube. And you'll see once that starts to churn, the coldness of the ice cream starts to freeze that chocolate, and you'll end up with these beautiful ribbons in your mint chocolate chip. And then once it's nice and thick, you can transfer your ice cream into a freezer-safe container, pop on the lid, and then you want to freeze this ice cream for about 1 to 2 hours. Really overnight's even better. And then when it comes time to serve, you'll see just how creamy and delicious this mint chocolate chip ice cream is. I like to garnish with some fresh mint and serve with some of those chocolate wafer cookies. In fact, they make really great ice cream sandwiches too with this. You can just take a little scoop of ice cream and put it on 2 of those cookies, and they're the perfect size for kids because they're not that big. So there you have it, homemade mint chocolate chip ice cream. I hope you guys give this one a try and let me know what you think. And for more quick and easy recipes, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you back here next Saturday. Until then, bye.